Well, God bless you, Bishop Shaver here Thursday afternoon. A little cloudy outside, had a little mist of rain. God is watering the earth. He's watering the trees. It's just a wonderful time. And, I look around and see so many that are depressed and so many that are angry and, and looking at ones that are going through the death of a loved one. They're ones that are going through divorce, lost a sibling, suicide, murder on the streets of America. I mean, people say, well, what is there to be happy in? I mean, we look at, Russia taking down one of our drones, and now we're looking at this, financial investigation over the president and his family in China and Russia and Ukraine and all this. And, it seemed like chaos everywhere. We see churches shutting down, pastors that are quitting, getting a job out there in the civilian sector, and we just look around. We ask, what is there really to be happy about? Well, I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. I sing because his eye is on the sparrow that's sitting in a tree. Now, I know that's not the way it goes, but, when we look at this right here, we can find so much to be happy for. I've even told my wife, I said, with this right here, I said, when we begin to look at what's going on, and she had a stroke 9 years ago and can't use her right arm and everything, her right side is gone. And I told her, I said, listen, I said, there's always somebody that's going to be worse. And so I said, with this right here, what happens is we come to the place where we have to look at our situation and ask God, what is the blessing in this situation? What is it that you want me to see? And many times it's that we can give hope to the hopeless, help to the helpless. Many times it's that through all this right here, we can minister to the doctors, we can minister, to the nurses. We can minister to those that are really, desperate and desolate. I'm reminded that when Jesus was here on earth, he always sought out those that were distraught, those, that were going through a horrible health ordeal and, injuries and ones that were paralyzed and ones that had leprosy. And so I've always said this right here, the same Jesus that healed them is the same Jesus that is today. And so we can receive that healing. Does everybody receive it? No. Did everybody receive it at that time? No. And we ask why? Because, see, God's purpose is different for everyone. We all find out that our main purpose, of course, as Christians is to win souls for the kingdom. But also in our purpose, it is to be able to walk through the valley of the shadow of death and fear no evil, and to let God comfort us, let God instruct us. I preached Sunday, and I was preaching out of Psalms, and I said, the psalmist said, he said, I'm complaining. And he said, God, in all this right here, he said, I'm going through misery. I'm going through all of this right here. Why? Why my enemy? Why is all? But sometimes in the why, we begin to understand that God has a plan for us. So, we just look at this and say, God, help me to see through your eyes. Help me to feel through your heart. And help me not to be bitter, but better. Help me not to be discouraged, but help others to be encouraged. And, I believe that in the troubled time that we live in today, we can be the ones that'll search out for, pray for me, brother, pray for me, sister. I believe that we can be the ones that can be the light in a dark tunnel. And when they look down at the end of the tunnel, they said, I see a light. The end is coming close. Be that light. Be that encourager. Be that one that you can help somebody up who has fallen. Be that one that can reach out past your own needs, your own problems, and help somebody see Jesus, okay? This Bishop Shaver saying, go serve your king. Be all that God has called you to be. We can't be all that we want to be, but we can be all that He's called us to be. So until next time, God bless you, and we love you.